Tule Lake, they couldn't clean it up fast enough because there were 18,000 of us there.
Really?
To get rid of, not so-called get rid of, to relocate them to their destination. And there was a lot of turmoil in Tule Lake because of being a segregation center. So they extended to March. So I was officially released, so-called released from Tule Lake in February of '46. And then going back to my the record when the Freedom of Information Act, I was actually released on August of '45, but why they kept me all in February, I don't know.
Really?
February '46. And then I stayed behind and worked for WRA, cleaning the camp up, close the books and so forth.
WRA is War Relocation Authority.
War Relocation Authority?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
WRA.
So there was a difference, it sounds like, then between the regular camps and the segregation center?
Yes.
What was the main difference between those?
Okay, we'll get into the history of that part of it. Tule Lake was made up basically of all Northern California, Sacramento North. And then the majority of people from Portland came down to Tule Lake. And some, not too many of Yakima, mostly from Portland came down to Tule Lake, so Northern California. Anyway, the Northern California group, at the time they want to sign that law deal, he says, well, hell's fire, he says, you tell us we're disloyal, that's why we're in camp, right? And we had no judgment, no hearing, no nothing. We're all regarded as citizens and all, we're locked behind barbed wire fence with guard towers. So I said, why should we have to sign a law deal? You already designated us disloyal. So there were approximately 4,500 that didn't sign the law deal. And there's 4,500 adults now. So you say average, you say 4 or 5 to each one of those. So that, but there were, maybe, I don't know, 10,000. So to move 10,000 out, originally Poston, one of the camp in Poston was designated to be a segregation center. But there was such a big bunch in Tule Lake, so they decided that they're going to make Tule Lake as a segregation center.
Before it was a relocation center, they call it, but anyway, it's a concentration camp.
So doing, doing
So
so,
it was the friendly way to call it
Yeah,
that?
that's
Okay.
right, yeah.
So doing so, the high security, we had 1,200 soldiers stationed there watching us. We had 28 guard towers around us and
Wow.
barbed wire fence around us. And like a lot of people that write today, it's a story, it's a federal penitentiary without the facility of a penitentiary. If you go into jail, there's a toilet and a basement in the cell. Well, the barracks were long and the barracks were cut into 4 or 5, like the one downstairs, the one you've seen.
Okay.
There's no running water, no nothing. So if you want to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, you get up and walk 300-400 feet to go to the bathroom. And the facilities and the women and children are all subject to the same situation. So it's a cold-hearted penitentiary. That's what a lot of the writers today write about, how condition that we lived under. So so they decided to make it a penitentiary to a so-called segregation center. And the terminology concentration camp was brought up many, many times, but even President Roosevelt called it the concentration camp.
Okay.
And then the local people hated the word concentration camp, said that's German, but then the Germans is a death camp. We were concentration, we were unarmed guard constantly. We're not free to leave or whatever it may be. So anyway, that created the segregation. Like she moved out, so they brought in people in her place.
We made room.
set up for 15,000 people to Lake Camp. But the influx and so forth went up to 18,700. So they, meantime, when they did that, the army facility was minimal, but they set it up so they had 1,200 soldiers full-time there. They even had a cavalry there,
Wow.
they had a tank division there, and plus we had 550 personnel living there. So it was a little big town up
It
there.
sounds like it was
In
definitely
the city, yeah.
a
Well,
little city.
Yeah, little
I
city.
mean,
But the thing is, within 1.25 square mile, that's how many people lived there.
Really, in
Yeah.
1.25 square miles, you had
And then there were
18,000.
plus, so we almost 20,000, 21,000 people was living under condition. And my job there was, we got from Heart Mountain to the lake, was take charge of the total construction, maintenance, and upkeep of the camp. We had to maintain the water, we had to maintain the electrical, the sewer. Sewer and water was the biggest worry. So originally it was made for 15,000 people, and we can bring in 20,000 people. So the water
And your
shortage.
facilities are overloaded.
So
Okay.
they drilled 2 more wells, but wasn't that productive. We were having a problem getting the water. So we did everything to curtail the water down, so eventually we brought in the canal water to people wanted to raise a victory garden or keep the dust down. Because there's no paved road, everything was just truck, goes by cars, the dust is horrendous because whatever the growth there were, they just cleaned that up and put the barracks on, so it's just an open.
It's kind of an open,
just-
dusty
It was a
field,
big, it's a big
basically.
lake bottom. All the camps were the same.
Yeah, all the camps
All
are
the
kind of
camps.
like in.
Yeah.
Dust.
Were they all like
Oh,
that,
yeah,
kind of in
they all
desert?
just
Barren,
Yeah,
huh?
desert
They
area.
scrape all the
Dry, barren.
growth off the ground and put the barracks there. So when a little dust, or wind, don't take much, just, raise heck with the whole system. But anyway,
So there were a lot of, it sounds like a lot of dust storms and
that's what every camp had.
it was very dirty and.
Here comes the dust on it, hurry up, close the window.
Even if you close
Didn't
the
do any good,
windows,
huh?
somehow dust seems to penetrate and.
Yeah, it comes up from the floor, because the floor had,
Had slats of
yeah,
summer,
and
so.
it comes up there and it comes through the window.
Wow. So it sounds like the conditions were pretty difficult. I mean, as far as where you were housed and how you were exposed to a lot of the elements. I mean, because if they were all in the desert, I imagine it gets very hot and it gets very cold at night.
Yeah.
And
Winters are very.
Well, like, where cats come from, it went up to 120 degree heat. Where we Heart Mountain, we were 30 below zero. Now, you figure 30
Really?
below zero, the ground freezes 6 feet down. Frost line is 6 feet down. So, it's one extreme to the other extreme.
Yeah, Jimmy mentioned the loyalty oath. You might be interested in knowing why the government decided to impose the oath on us.
yes.
We were in camp, sent to camp in 1942, August or so. Well, in early part of 1943, two things happened. President Roosevelt decided to form the 442nd, which
Okay.
was all Japanese, and they needed volunteers for that. And the second thing that happened was that the WRA decided that then was the time to start letting students, like myself, leave camp,
Okay.
to go to school, not the West Coast, but, whatever school will accept us. Well, but they needed a rationale to let us go, because we had put us all into camp simply because we were Japanese, because of our ethnic thing. So how could they let us go? Well, some bureaucrat in Washington says, oh, I know, we'll let them tell us they're loyal. So we'll impose this loyalty oath on them. And so they sent this, so-called loyalty questionnaire, which was, had 28 questions.